Okay, people, here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. When you think about great rivalries in boxing, you think about Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn. 35 years on, the Sons of Legends reignite that flame once more when they collide under the lights at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. April 26th, live on DAZN, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. Firstly, though, here in Manchester, they meet at the press conference.
First, with an outstanding perfect record, 23 fights, 23 victories, 14 wins by knockout, the former WBA Continental Champion and the and the undefeated champion, Conor the Destroyer Benn. Conor Benn, undefeated, and his opponent on Saturday, April 26th, with a record of 34 victories, 23 wins by knockout, 3 defeats. He is the IBO middleweight champion and former IBO two-time super middleweight world champion, Chris, the next generation, Eubank Jr. Making an entrance like his dad, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get on with the rest of this press conference. It's for the fans, it's for the fighters.
Move on. As a fighter, I want to be seated as close to my enemies as possible. I want to be able to see.
I agree. This was Eddie's choice. This was Eddie's.
Of course it was Eddie's choice. Of course Eddie wants the promoters to be in between the fighters. So I'm going to sit here, and Ben, you should sit there. You do what you want.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking to.
Good idea, Chris.
I don't know who you think you're talking to, silly bollocks.
Here we are, 2.5 years later, Eddie. There's been some ups and downs, ebbs and flows. There was a time when I thought we'd missed the boat on this fight. As we sit here now, knowing this fight is 100% going to happen, how are you feeling?
I can't believe it. I mean, I couldn't believe it the first time around. And, you know, we got to a stage, the fight was announced.
Eddie,
it was the...
you know I don't like you, right?
I don't know.
So if you know that, what on God's sweet green earth makes you think I'm going to sit here and listen to any of the bollocks that you have to say about it?
To be honest, I mean, you're going to have to.
No.
You are?
We're not. We're going to have some parliamentary procedure here today.
Okay. Well, one thing's for sure, you ain't no prime minister.
And we're going to skip past whatever bullshit it was you thought you was going to talk about, and we're going to continue on with the press conference. Ade, you may proceed.
So as I was saying, Ade...
No.
You get your turn.
This is not the Eddie Hearn show.
One thing's for sure, it ain't the Chris Eubank show.
This is not the Eddie Hearn show.
No.
This is Eubank versus Benn, so you can either sabotage this...
You got your man to your right is going to say a few words.
You can either sabotage the event, and I'll just start talking to Ben personally, directly, or you can be quiet and we can move on with the press conference. I don't want to hear anything you have to say.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
We can be here all day.
I've been addressed.
We can be here all day.
I've been addressed.
I don't want to hear what you have to say. So,
well, Conor Benn, how are we feeling about smashing this geezer to pieces April 26th?
Let's hear from Conor.
All right.
Do you know what? Listen, Chris can say what he wants. The bottom line is, his dad don't even like him. You could not pay that man enough money to sit in this man's corner. Now that's an accomplishment, Chris. That's an accomplishment. Well done. The most unlikable geezer on the planet. Even your dad don't like you.
Maybe.
Shit, man.
Maybe.
Drop the mic.
Everyone wanted you to win. Everyone wanted you to be the next big thing in boxing. I never had that.
No one cares.
You know what I would have given to be in that situation that you were in?
But still nobody cares.
You had it.
But nobody cares still, Chris. You're still going on.
Pissed it all away. You literally pissed it all away. Now, you're here. We're at this press conference. We're going to fight, and you're going to try and use me to get back into the public's good graces. It's just not going to happen for you, kid. Sorry to break it to you.
2.5 years later, you've been through a lot, right? Here you are now. What's the feelings and emotions knowing that this fight is on April 26th?
Yeah, I think all the talking's been done. You know, obviously, what I've been through is very public, obviously. But excited to just get in April 26th and end this man's career.
You said, me and you have spoken a few times, and you've always said openly, privately, that you feel like you can get this job done within 6 rounds. You expect to get it done within 6 rounds. I think we all know how tough this man is. Why are you so confident that you can knock Chris Eubank Jr. out that quick?
Do you know what? I just can't take him seriously, that's all. Just look at his career. Every time he's stepped up, he's fouled. Every time. Yeah, you face better oppositions, well done you, but this is the end of your career. This is the end. This is it for you.
Wow.
I'm 28.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? You choose to fight a welterweight over Shiraz.
What was your last fight?
Over Janibek, over Adamas, over anybody with a world title. You choose to fight a welterweight. Your career's done.
You're not a welterweight, Conor.
You've achieved your career.
You fought at light middleweight in your last
I
fight.
fought like middleweight to prepare for you.
Okay, so
That's
you're not
all. I'm a welterweight.
No, you're not.
I'm a welterweight.
You'll be a welterweight.
And you are going to
after
get
this
beat.
fight.
You are going to get rendered unconscious by a welterweight. Rendered. Yeah, exactly. Like Liam Smith. But that brings back horrors.
Apparently, the only way I can win this fight is just because of my size. You know, where's the fucking respect? You know, I've had 34 fights, 25 KOs, and I can only beat this guy because I'm a bit bigger than him?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm going to beat him because I'm a better fighter than
But
him
you're not.
in every single
But you're
department.
not. If you look at your career's done.
I don't know. But he cannot beat me, that's for sure.
Based on what? Billy Joe, George Groves, Liam Smith. I'm undefeated here. You've tasted defeat. You've been rendered unconscious before. You was eating the canvas, literally.
Rendered unconscious. I finished the fight on my feet, my friend.
Well, your corner saved you. Otherwise, you definitely would have been eating the
Rendered
canvas.
unconscious is far from what I was. When Eddie and Conor started demanding that there was a rehydration clause for this fight, guess what I said? Show me the money. Show me the money. That's what I said. You know
why?
If you're going to have that advantage over
poker,
me,
that's why you need the money.
if you're going to have that advantage over me,
You're shit at poker, that's why
then
you
you've
need
got to
the money.
have. Then you've got
That's
to
why
pay
you've
top
taken
dollar.
this fight.
You've got to pay. I'm not going to give you that advantage for free.
Anyway, Addy,
You
they
are
signed
shit
the
at
that's
poker.
contract.
exactly what they've
They
done.
signed the
And that's
contract.
why- that's
Apparently,
why
he
you're
got all
taking
the
this
money.
fight.
He signed the contract. There
That's
you go.
right. They paid me
Congratulations. We'll see you Saturday morning for
to
the
do
weigh-in.
the rehydration clause.
We'll see you there Saturday morning for the
As
weigh-in.
much as Eddie doesn't want to admit that and for
Not
that to
at
be
all.
public knowledge, that's what's happening.
What's public knowledge?
I'm being paid to restrict my weight.
No, you're on a weight penalty if you miss it.
No. I'm
Oh, yeah.
physically being
Chris is
paid.
such
Oh,
an
yeah.
idiot.
Do you
got
really
spun around in
think
you got
that I would
spun
ever
around
do
in
this
these
if there wasn't
negotiations?
some type of incentive?
See that geezer on your right, who I quite like now? He got spun around like a little kid on a playground on a roundabout. And every time he went round, I went, hello, Ben, hello, Ben, hello, Ben, like that. And he done a good job. He got you a good deal. But he knows what he signed. You know what you signed.
Chris was paid to do this.
I don't care what
Chris
he
was
was
paid
Absolutely.
to do
Good.
And
Good.
Bottom
he was
line.
paid
Good.
to restrict
Listen,
the weight.
we were over the moon. We got 60-40 split in our favour. Next
Oh,
question.
behave, Eddie.
I read a tweet that made me chuckle last week. And it kind of sums up what this fight is. It said, the guy said, Chris Eubank Jr. is an arrogant fucking prick. Word for word. And I can't wait until he smashes the eggs out of Conor Benn. That's what the tweet was. Beautifully written. I don't understand it, but that's the passion that we have garnered now for this fight. Two bad guys. Conor, I've been meaning to ask you for a long time. It's interested me. How many eggs did you have to eat to fail those two drugs tests? You dirty alum.
The reality is.
Please tell me.
The reality is.
It's been racking my brains for a long time.
No problem.
Everyone wants to know. How many eggs did you eat?
The reality is, I've been cleared 3 times by the NADP, by the WBC, by UCAD, by the way, which people are a lot smarter than you. Number 1, I've been cleared. 2, you will never be cleared of being a wanker.
It all goes down on Saturday, April 26th, live on DAZN Worldwide and Sky Sports Box Office in the UK and Ireland, Saturday, April 26th. It's Ben versus Eubank. The limit 160 pounds. The family feud goes on.
Oh, tempers flaring there.
I got that one wrong, didn't I? Fuming now, Conor Benn.
Well, sorry to say, I did tell you before it.
You called that one, and it really has erupted down here on the stage.
That's absolute mayhem there. No, that's...
That is mayhem.
And rightly so, to be fair. Look at the Nigel Benn's going off like a lunatic.
Well, we were hoping to be joined by Nigel and Conor. Not sure if we will be now. Hopefully we'll be joined by promoter Eddie Hearn.
Okay, well...
See, you thought it was going to be Conor to kick off, but it's Nigel Benn.
Saturday,
Eubank there with the slap.
He's done that for the reaction.
Yeah.
That he knew he was doing that. He knew he was doing that from the start. He got close to Conor, and he knew he was doing that.